All right, welcome back. Episode 67 of the Young Old Heads podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Tommy, aka TV Sports Cards, and I'm here with my good friend and co-host Max, aka Cards Max, aka Cards Max. I got kind of messed up by the Fanatics buyback edition. Max, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm feeling like in a Tacofractor type of mood because I did not win $15,000, but you can if the wild card hits and you own the wild card and it is not one of the players that is sliding into a base that already has a card.
Yeah, well, if you haven't been listening to this podcast, Max for the last 2 months has been buying every Tacofractor on eBay. So any sold listing of a Tacofractor is actually Max buying it on eBay. Max, so how do you feel after doing that?
I'm here to report that is fake news, but I wish it were true news. I cannot change life and its outcomes, but I think it's an interesting kind of move for Fanatics to not leak, but like spoil what the Tacofractors are like 3 months, 2.5 months after the product releases. And they've already established a fair market value and that we already had a wild card Tacofractor selling for $11,000, all for it to be announced that the grand prize is $15,000 of Taco Bell.
But think about it this way, Max. If you had all 5 of the Tacofractors of the guy who gets the first steal,
No,
do
I
you
think
not get 5 times 15,000?
No, I think you get 5 times 15,000. But it's tacos for life. That's what I don't
Say
like. It's like,
value. That's value.
can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I've never eaten a taco from Taco Bell in my life, nor have I ever had a Baja Blast.
That's pretty fucked up.
Another related secret, I went to 7-Eleven today specifically to buy a Mr. Beast bar, but they did not sell any.
Oh, I tried one of those. They're
I
pretty good.
tried one. Sorry, I'll let you go.
No, they're pretty good.
Yeah, I had one once. It was really good. I will be going to the Hofstra Card Show this week from Friday morning. I think I fly out at 6 a.m. to Monday morning, even though it's a 2-day show. It's going to be my little homecoming. I get to see my friends. My family's still in Florida, but I get to see my friends, which is nice. And most importantly, I get to go to my local 7-Eleven and buy myself a Mr. Beast bar.
Are you headlining a Bleecker trading night?
No, but that would have been a devilish idea. I should have came into contact with them.
Maybe next time. What were you up to this last weekend, Max? I feel like, did I hear some shenanigans?
This past weekend, I was at the Tampa Card Show. Sorry, just kidding. I don't know my geography of Florida. I was at the St. Petersburg Card Show, which is like an aisle by Clearwater, but Clearwater and St. Petersburg are both in the jurisdiction of Tampa. I don't know, but I was in St. Petersburg, and I was set up at a table with my good pals, TJ Card Collector and Zeke Cards, Zeke Rodriguez. I don't know what his handle is, if it's just Zeke's Cards. But something that I really enjoy about the show that I've highlighted before is that KK Sports Cards, I believe, runs the show. And they have a baseball card inventory that I have immense respect for. They respect the SSP sticker autographs. They respect all these Shohei Ohtani, super short prints. And they had a Red Ink Heritage Real One autograph, BGS 9 in their showcase. And I did a little thing. I had a little bit and I traded for it. I traded. Speed it up. Okay.
No. I'm saying continue. What did you trade for?
Okay. It was a fun deal. So there was a last comp and I traded for it at about $1,000 above the last comp, whatever that was. And it was a post UCL comp. So my thinking of that was this is like a sick Shohei card that I probably I could buy it in cash, but what is the point? There were a few cards that I had in my inventory that I was just consistently getting beat up on, not pretty. I think I bought some Aaron Judge Bowman Chrome autographs when they were doing about 3K. Thankfully, I wasn't into all of them at 3K. One of them was a BGS 9.5 crack. That was successful. And it's no one's buying Judge right now. No one's buying a Judge PSA 10 Bowman Chrome auto. I had a few other Shohei Ohtani cards. I was I bought them at the bottom, and it's like the bottom kept falling, and it's like I'd have to wait to recover. And thankfully, I got in low enough to where I was okay. So my thinking for that trade was, okay, these are either going to be really hard to move now, or I'm going to be forcibly holding them till March. I would rather pivot, even if it's at a slightly higher than comp valuation, into an item that I'm going to be probably holding till March or for a while anyway, but has the higher upside and consolidate it all into one item.
What's the highest that Shohei Real One Auto has ever sold for?
So I want to say there was a PSA 9 cop in August for 15K. And I think I acquired this at about 9K. 9K trade, whatever that means. It's just you value my cards, That doesn't necessarily. Yeah.
That's like your biggest pickup ever then, kind of.
That is the biggest card I've ever owned. The full trade details, and this was funny because I posted it on Twitter. The biggest card was a PSA 10 Bryce Harper Bowman Chrome Blue autograph, 2 PSA 10 2013 First Bowman Aaron Judge autographs, a PSA 10 2017 Bowman Mega Box Shohei Ohtani, a PSA 10 Topps Chrome image variation Shohei Ohtani of him running from the dugout, and a Luka Doncic 2021 X Factors relic auto at a silver relic auto at a 99 for the Shohei Ohtani Red Ink and $200.
And $200 just to top it off.
Yeah, we were very close on like the actual fine numbers. Like, oh, this is. I think it was like, oh, this Luka's a 750 card, but like we need 500 value or whatever, and it's like just like final, toss him $200. And we're like, okay, cool, fine, let's iron this out. So I think it was a win-win for both of us. They are very good at moving that type of stuff, and for most of their Otanis, they're into it for so little anyway. Sure, they got some punches, one was on the rise up. But there you have a lot of like phenomenal high-end Shohei Ohtani and phenomenal high-end baseball. And I did a big deal with some baseball trading with him last time at this relatively small local show. So that is the biggest card I've ever owned officially. The one highest before that was the Albert Pujols Bowman Chrome autograph, which was not successful really in an owning standpoint. Neither was the Tolstoy Cobb, which I also owned. But like that's the bittersweetness of owning big cards.
Yeah, and I like the upside play for you there. Obviously, I love Ohtani. So this trade went down at a show? Like, where's the point of contact on this?
Card show. I went to their table. I mean, I think I did this at the last show that I was set up near them too. I'm like, I just took some cards and I'm like, I'm going to see if I can do a deal with KK. Like that was entirely what my thinking was. I'm like, they have 6 stuff. I have 6 stuff. Like our inventory works. It's like, I have some stuff that I am like sitting on against my will. And again, that's not like saying that, oh, I'm giving them bad inventory or whatever. Or, they've had that Shohei Red Ink auto for several months. Like, it's just a matter of like what cards work better for other people. And I knew that like that, like, again, not to like pocket watch or anything, that Red Ink is a massive card for me, but it's like one of many massive cards for them. So
Yeah.
it made sense both ways.
Yeah, I love this. I'm super hyped about you owning that. Did you make any other deals at the show?
I think I had a few other smaller buys, mostly just generic, boring, buy at whatever buy stuff at whatever percentage, sell it for higher. The walking traffic was slower than usual. There was allegedly a bigger show in Orlando. I still am not understanding these Florida show cultures. And I moved my Paolo Cavanchero Kaboom BGS 95. I moved the Josh Allen Silver Optic Auto. I sold some okay cards. So my bag is getting empty. It is becoming empty, not getting empty. I have better English skills than that. And I'm ready for New York, Tommy. I'm doing a show. I'm doing a travel show every other week for like 6 weeks. And I'm pumped. So especially since I'm not getting burnout from doing 3 straight weeks. So I'm pumped.
Hell yeah. What's like the best cards in your case right now besides the Ohtani?
It was the PSA 10 Connor McDavid Young Guns, but I just sold that today. As much shit as we give them, I sold it to Alt because they were paying a strong offer. So you have to respect that. I sold it for $2,500, which is like right around comp. So respect on them. The biggest cards that I have right now are my PSA 5 1956 Mickey Mantle, my PSA 10 Josh Giddey Downtown. I want to say those are both like $2,500 to $3,000 cards each, give or take. Tommy, you have a grim on your face.
Dude, just the juxtaposition of the 1956 Mickey Mantle and then the PSA 10 Josh Giddey downtown. I love it.
I have a PSA 1 1953 Mickey Mantle, and this card is gorgeous. It's funny. I had like a boomer come up to my table and he's like, "What's your price on the 1953?" And I'm like, 2,500. And he's like, "Oh, rare." And I'm like, "Dude, you can't tell me that it's not a clean one. It's centered. It's got some paper loss on the cap. It's like you're showing me." And like he didn't even. It was one of those words like he didn't even make an offer. But I'm like, yeah, dude, I gotta win these. It's like I am the comp, But like I wasn't. I know I was the comp in that point. But I'm like, dude, like it's centered. It's got sharp corners. I'm like, look at that. Look at that card. And he's like, yeah, hubba dubba, you're right. And I'm like, yeah, I'm always right. But the gentleman walked away without making an offer, which always brings a figurative tear to my eyes.
So I'm hearing that you're making friends with the Florida card show folk pretty well.
I'm acquiescing as much as I can. Yeah, I feel like I've been to the airport more often than I've been to the actual cities that I live near. But that's just part of the adventure.
So all right, you said 6 weeks, 3 shows. Where are you going?
So I am first going to Hofstra, New York. I'm going to the Hofstra University show in New York. That is in 3 days. That will be flying Friday morning. It is a Saturday, Sunday show. I guess I'm doing the 4D chess move of everyone that does cards flying out to Nashville. But at the same token, I will be going to Hofstra. I probably will be one of the few traveling to that show because I have such bias for my my hometown local show and my friends, but not my family because family's not in New York. I'm then following that up with the Dallas Card Show. I want to say that's November 2nd through November 5th. That's going to be an adventure, as it always is. I always come out with some type of storyline. I don't know what to expect this time. I'm hoping for a better show than last time, given that it was directly after the Burbank Card Show. And this is 2 months. We're in football season. Basketball season will have started by that point. And there's the market, in quotes, is going to be a lot more different than it is now. And then my third show, where I will be residing on none other than Tommy Vaughn's air mattress, will be the Chicago Spectacular on November, 2 weeks later than the Dallas Card Show. No, I'm not going to look at my calendar right now. But that's always an adventure. It's Tommy, you can describe the Chicago Spectacular.
It's a good show. Max, I feel like you had a good time last time. You made some money and made some deals. I think that Chicago has taken a hit. So I was actually at a card show, spoiler alert, this last weekend. Did you see that tweet? Some guy, I guess I saw this card, but then I saw a tweet about it later. Someone cracked like a PSA 9 gold Kaboom Justin Fields rookie card and got him signed it in person. And I saw the card at the show, but I didn't realize the guy had cracked it from a PSA 9. And as a cards over autograph guy, I don't really respect that move.
So I have given time to thinking about this. Okay. I especially thought about this in 2019 and 2020 when I was more of a novice collector, but I'm like, okay, Trout US 175 base. It's a card. Sign it. Cool. Iconic card signed by Trout. Gold parallel? Well, it makes it better than the other non-gold parallels. Certainly makes it better than a base. I'm like, acceptable. But like Hope Diamond? No. Black? Never. I don't want that on the rare cards. I was then doing the same similar thought exercise. I'm like, all right, Fernando Tatis, IP auto, flagship 410, Series 2. If you don't know your base flagship numbers, fuck you. Go back to school and read through your textbook. But 410 Tatis, I'm like, okay, IP auto, that's like kind of cool. Makes it a little bit more unique than like your Topps Chrome auto pack pulled. I'm like, okay, gold auto. I'm like, well, that makes it like a deluxe version of it. Like I kind of accept the gold parallel there, but I don't accept the gold parallel on the Trout. but also it's not cool to get a Fernando Tatis IP auto on the 410 base anyway. So really it just takes a lot of thoughts to get to the same place of fuck you, do not crack and sign the gold boom. But like affectionate fuck you.
But also, like, you own a card, do whatever the fuck you want to do with your own card. But show is pretty empty because I went
Oh,
on
dude,
Sunday.
I don't mean to be a card authoritarian, but I disagree with that. Like, you know what makes me want to jump off a cliff? A lot of things, but no, okay. I'll
Well, all
rephrase.
right.
I'm doing fine. I meant whatever. In the cardboard world, it's it's pack pulled printing plate non-autos that are then in person signed. I hate it so fucking much. It is a one of a kind masterpiece that you are smearing in ink, and it's not even like a valuable one of one. It's just like a printing plate. Like, just respect the one of one. And there, while yes, it is your card, your rules, it's like you are depriving the sanctity of the card if it ever goes in anyone else's hands. And anyone else who ever desires that card knows that it's tainted. But yes, we all have a autonomy to be able to do whatever we want. That isn't crude. So yeah, sign your kaboom, Justin Fields gold. But like, why? You can
Do you
do it.
own it? Do you own any printing plates right now, Max?
And I owned I owned a few just from like buying lots, just some random ones that I own right now. I own a Cassius Stanley Cyan Optic Contenders 1/1 auto, but this auto was pack pulled. I also own, I believe it's Emilio Bonifacio Florida Marlins 2011 Topps black printing plate, and it's like I've had it for $20 forever. Like, I mean, I'm in the business of selling it just because I sell cardboard, but like I biasly think that is a sick $20 card.
I feel like you always own a printing plate. We haven't talked about printing plates in like 30
Oh,
episodes.
I own the OG 2012 Topps Mike Trout printing plate.
You
I own
still have that?
I still have that.
You bought that so long ago. That's like right at the beginning of when we started recording this podcast.
Oh no, it's in my case. And I just remember my I had a 2004 Bowman LeBron James yellow printing plate, and I think it's like I bought it for a lower price than a PSA 10 paper, or bought it for like the same price, and I'm like, this just makes too much sense. And like I sold,
That's one of the OG Young Old
yeah,
Heads Instagram clips.
dude, we got to get a clip on that, or we got to redo the clip on that. I remember I put it up on eBay and it was instantly binned for like double what I paid, but like this trout has just been sitting.
Yeah, that no one cares about that trout for some reason. Probably because it's the 2012 ugly stepchild of Mike Trout Topps cards.
Yeah, I mean, it is.
Yeah, but Max, I had a good time at the show. It was Sunday though, and half the dealers weren't there. Kind of lame. Did get buy a card from some guys that. Do you follow these guys, Sicily Boys?
I
On
do.
Instagram?
They're great.
Yeah,
I know them, but they're great.
I bought this Clay Thompson Orange Pulsar 15 out of 15 select. Really random buy, but I got it for $30. Comps around 45. Just said F it because I took out some cash and then there wasn't enough cards to buy. And it was like, all right, this is a super rare Clay card. And those guys are nice and they gave me a good deal. So win, in my opinion. Max, how much do you think I paid for this? John Morant, Zion Williamson, jersey swap foil from
What
Hoops.
was numbered out of?
It's just a foil.
$1.
$1.
Boom.
Boom. Yeah. So I spent like $75 when I really wanted to spend like a couple $100.
You want to
That was
see?
kind of unfortunate. That was the first time in my life I didn't spend my whole budget at a card show.
You want to see the cards that are in my cards I just listed the eBay stack?
Yeah, but guess the one card that I regret not buying from the show, and then you can talk about your stuff. This guy had this Chris Paul rookie Topps paper black out of 500 for $50.
He's the one that got with Kim Kardashian.
And I have kind of decided that I'm in. I'm irrationally in on Chris Paul and the Warriors. I think we're gonna be great non-sports analysis podcast. Now talk about what you bought, what you're listing.
You said we. Please, I hope I never say we as a Yankees or Knicks fan.
I'm
Is it
sorry.
bad? I mean, like,
I'm
I love
sorry that
baseball.
I am happy with my team and want to be a part of the success.
Tribalism. But is it? I mean, I feel like I haven't been to a Knicks game in maybe a decade at this point. Like, I'm ashamed of that. Just
You
because
should go to like Magic. You should go to Magic next.
dude, I want to do that.
You should definitely
I
do
mean,
that. It would
part
be
of it
so
is just
cheap.
like you don't know what you're missing out on until it's gone. The other part is like commuting to this. I mean, even though it's only a few trains, even though it's 2 trains, it's just like the commute to MSG is like the thing is, you're spending a lot of money that night. Like, I guess like that's the one benefit of like not being in New York. It's like if you're going to a sports game, you are paying a lot of money. It's
Yeah.
like I know I am paying like $70 or $50 in food. I don't want to say 70, $50 in food, no drinks at Yankee Stadium on like chicken and a milkshake and like some fries. Okay. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get by the milkshake. I'm not gonna deprive myself of an experience, but I know going in, it's like, okay, this is the money I'm putting at risk, and I'm going out and enjoying myself.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
I will
penny when I'm seeing the Yankees.
I will say that it is especially fun to go see your team at an away game that you now live in a city. I my one of the reasons why I love collecting Klay Thompson cards is because I was sitting with my boy Errol my sophomore year of college at Northwestern and decided that we were going to go to the Warriors Bulls game in January in like 20-degree weather, and we took the red line all the way down, and Klay ended up breaking the NBA record in 3-pointers, and I'm like the only Warriors fan in the whole game, and that was pretty sick. So you never know, Max. You can also see your boy Paolo Panchero.
Yeah, I don't think I do. I own any Paolo Banchero cards? Like I'm thunking right now. I think I have some grading. I had some great grading orders this week, by the way. And by great, I mean I literally only gemmed 2 cards out of like 6, but it was still great.
That's brutal. What were they? What were the ones you gemmed?
It was the PSA 10 2022 LeBron James Kaboom and a PSA 10 Benedict Mathurin FOTL Gold Shimmer out of 10.
Those are so random.
What do you mean? They're basketball cards.
Well, what were the other ones? What did you not gem?
I sent
There's only
out,
6 cards.
yeah, it was across 2 different orders. It was 2 Cade Cunningham downtowns. It was a Jalen Hurts red zone autograph from Contenders, and it was a Cristiano Ronaldo beam team auto out of 25.
They all got 9s.
All got 9s. Pain.
Brutal.
But like the 2 10s are really good 10s.
Is that worse than there only being 20 packs in the new Topps update?
I think anyone who is complaining about the 20 packs is whining for nothing. It's like, do you know what? Something that's funny? I don't think I've seen people that are like the same people that are shitting. Sorry, I'll make this clip friendly. The same people that are trashing Fanatics for removing 4 packs from a 24-pack box are also the same people coming at Jeff Wilson for opening a card store. It's like
Yeah.
it is not. I don't think I've seen any example of it being mutually exclusive and the one party being for one thing and not the other. It's like, no, every single thing there's combined disdain.
Yeah, I just can't imagine this Jeff Wilson shop's gonna make enough money on a day to day, but I hope it does. I hope for success.
I it's like all of this like people they just like to naysay and oh Ruben is not wants to 10x the hobby and isn't and oh it's all just corporate. Oh Lids is just doing this promotion with obviously Fanat. I don't say obviously. I didn't know this until I was spoon fed this, and whoever spoon fed me this, you know who you are. But I didn't know that Lids was a subsidiary of Fanatics until being told that. But it's like this is just like you don't get that promotion without Fanatics owning Topps. That's not a thing. This is done directly in order to get people that aren't affiliated with cards get more exposure. I don't think people understand. In 2019 and earlier, if you were an adult collecting cards, you were a fucking dork. And you still probably are. But the stigma is no longer there. There's this connotation of flipping and reselling and making money and that it's cool and that it's hype and it's streetwear. been 2019 earlier. You were a nerd. Like Tommy, I know you like Tommy, correct me if I'm wrong. You re-entered like COVID, right?
Yeah.
I've said the Luis Severino story before, how like as a young adult in college, I already had my high school, middle school phase of like consuming blowout forms for 5 hours a day, watching breaks, wishing I was rich enough to enter one, or that if I had a debit card, I would have. It's like I already did my research phase when I was in middle or high school, but it was that one, hey, maybe I need to buy a Luis Severino auto for the man cave moment of where I got back in the cards. And you got to understand, like, I didn't tell a soul.
Yeah.
I didn't I kept it away from my parents. Granted, I love my parents. My parents told me they don't, all that stuff. But it's like I didn't tell my friends. It's like I remember, like I
You were
had
just hunting for parallels just on an island?
what do you mean on an island?
Like you weren't talking to anyone about it?
No.
What?
I mean,
You
that's
didn't have like someone you were like, dude, I finally found this like purple Toys R Us parallel. Like, let's
no, I'd
go.
be like scrolling blowout forms and be like, a guy would say an opinion, and I'm like, oh, that's literally me. And then I look at my collection, and I would be buying like $20 base Glaber Torres on eBay.
That's
Like my
brutal.
2020 eBay buys are heinous. That
We
was
gotta
when.
do we gotta do a whole episode on throwback eBay buys from like worst of history for us.
Do you know Florida Card Guy on Twitter?
Mm.
Oh, shame on you. Aaron's great. I bought like it quite literally. I still know this card. I still have it. It was an $8 Heritage. The Future Is Now PSA 10 of Glaber Torres that he got in his PSA sub, and I bought it for like $9. And like I remembered his name at the time, and it's like I eventually like stumbled on like his YouTube video of him like getting the sub back. I remember like I typed like that. Oh, I bought that card off your eBay, and he's like, oh, cool. And then like I eventually connected with him on Twitter, and again, Aaron's a great guy. We still talk, on and off. He does his own collecting, but yeah, I love Twitter, whatever. But point being, it's like, dude, I was down in the trenches. Dude, I had this box, and it's where I put all my Glaber slabs.
Do you still have any of them?
I have all of them.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, like
Dude, we
it's
need
like
a
all of them.
Glaber family pick sometime. Get it out. Get
I've
them
taken
out.
some before, just not in good lighting. Oh, now that I actually know how to take pictures, I can do that.
Yeah, come on. The people need to see the whole Glaber PC.
Because it's like because I was the guy like hounding over. It's like, dude, like I need a Jinter X PSA 10. It's like none of them exist. They all have QC issues. They all have white corners. It's like, but I'm like, dog, I can't pay 150 on them when the base Jinters are doing 20. But I respect the fuck out of the guy that's pricing them at 150.
Have you
And
checked in?
dude, a black mini Jinter X. Ah, man, I'm not getting that.
Dude, have you checked in on the John Sherna 2012 Prism Silvers in a while?
I haven't. I already have my Pop 1.
Dude, check the sales of his recent 2012 Prism Silvers, please. Your mind will be blown because they're more than most NBA like decent players in the NBA.
Okay, I see one. I see there's one listed for $50.
What?
Okay, $20. I see $20 September 5th, which we've
Yeah,
talked about.
$20.
I think that's what I'm
That's
about mine for. Dude, I just love that I need to resume my run of that now that like orders are actually normal. Dude, I gotta
yeah.
do that.
Remind the people what your project is with the Knicks.
Oh, I want to have because golds are I don't say golds are overrated, but like golds are like overpriced. I want to do a PSA 10 silver run of every Knicks rookie card from Prism. It has to be silver Prism, and they have to be in a Knicks uni. They don't necessarily had to have played for the Knicks, but they need to be in a Knicks uni. So Ignis Brazdeikis counts. Like Jarian Grant, I believe he has a Knicks uni counts. And it's like some of it is just like they're so but like oddly enough, like some of the hard ones have been like Tim Hardaway Jr.
Yeah.
And it's a little funny. It's like I remember when RJ and Kristaps were like $500 to $1,000 each. And it's like I just had to keep waiting. I still haven't bought them. I still haven't bought a
Kristaps might be a good time to buy.
Yeah, but he's gonna fade into irrelevancy. So I could just buy it.
Kristaps Hall of Famer. I don't know. I irrationally love Kristaps.
Yeah, it is irrational. He had such a terrible exit from the Knicks. Like Knicks fans hate him.
Damn, Knicks fans should not be hate. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
No, we hate the exit and how he didn't want to recover, and then how he demanded trade talks like a little girl, tanked his value, so we got virtually nothing for him. It's like it just was. It was like he for everything that New York fans gave him when people said that Phil Jackson was crazy for drafting him fourth overall. Not sports analysis, but we gave him so much, and he had such a storm on his way out that he got what it was coming when he tanked his career with the Mavs and Wizards.
Well, I think he's dope. I think he's gonna make the Hall of Fame. Anyway, Max, eBay. Can we talk? Can we talk eBay buys? Are you ready for it? This is why people listen to this podcast. People wish this podcast was just eBay buys.
Okay, roll it.
Am I going first?
Or am I rolling it? I thought you were rolling it.
My bad. I can roll it.
No, I can roll it.
Now people are pissed at us.
Okay. Most recent eBay buys. I'll roll off the 5 most recent ones. Actually, I think I only have 3 this week. Whatever. I bought a PSA 9 Patrick Mahomes Silver XRC from Select. That's just because I'm just crazy and I like to have fun. I bought a BGS 9 Nikola Jokic Red, White, and Blue Wave from 2015 Prism. Subs were 959599, so that's fun. And then my third buy of the week was an Anthony Volpe Green Finest Rookie Auto at a 99.
Dude, those 2015 Prisms.
Dude, do you see those? Like, that was just 3 totally different cards.
Yeah. What? Wait, give me your thought process on all those because I don't really understand why you're buying all these.
2 of them were just PSA. Well, all these were rating plays. Okay. And I hate to be so bland, but like that's kind of what they were. And to throw in for good measure, I think I said this last week, and if I didn't, then cut me off. But I bought a Benedict Mathurin Gold Laser Auto at a 10 for Donruss, and I bought that for $290, which I thought was like a really good price.
You're all in on Benedict Mathurin. I kind of love it.
I didn't think I was, but like I don't know. People compare Shaden Sharp to him, and again, not a sports analysis podcast, but Benedict Mathurin dropped nearly 17 points as a 20-year-old and all rookie first team. Shaden Sharp started 20 games in the season and did not drop 10. I get it. Benedict Mathurin has a year on him, but like they should not be priced near each other.
I'm famous for having said that if I had a credit card in middle school, I would have spent all my money on Josh Smith cards. And that's you with Benedict Mathurin, I think.
But like I'm grading these and I'm still like making money, or at least that's the goal. I have a Kaboom at PSA right now of Mathurin. That's probably gonna pop this week.
Well, I hope nothing but the best for you, Max, in your pursuit of this guy. I feel like
Tommy's hoping for the best.
I'm always hoping for the best for you, Max. I would never wish ill on your card play.
I have a lot of haters. I get a lot of ill will sometimes, but never from Tommy.
Hater. Max got 99 problems.
Yeah.
All right, Max. You want to hear the most ridiculous card I bought this week?
Roll them off your tongue.
What day was this? Sunday, Monday, maybe yesterday. I was texting with our friend Gaby Card Stacks, Max. Okay. I enlightened him about ComC sold listings. So on ComC, if you sign in, you can check out like all the cards in every category that they've ever had in their inventory.
Yeah.
But are no longer there.
Don't you have to pay for it or something?
No. You have to, maybe it's something, I don't know about checking comps, but you can see the cards at least.
It's something weird. You have to pay for it in ComC points or something.
No, not to view the sold ones. Just to see which cards used to exist. You can just see those. So for me, I like to go on the ComC sold of like guys that IPC or whatever, and then use that to like check and then go create eBay save searches with the ones that I think are rare and cool. Because sometimes it's a grind to like scroll TCDB to find new cards of your PC players. You got to just like see what's out there.
TCDB 0 times.
What?
I've scrolled through TCDB 0 times in my life.
Well, you miss out in TCDB scrolling, you make up for in blowout forums scrolling.
Okay, that's fair.
I bought a 1950. Well, wait. I was talking to Gabe. He was checking out Arizona sold stuff. There's a Northwestern vintage card that I kind of wanted for a while. It was a 1954 Quaker Sports Oddities Jack Riley. Card number 16. He was both a all-pro football player in 1930 and 31 and an all-American wrestler. Can't wait to get this one. It costs $10, Max.
That's a fun design.
Doesn't it? Looks ridiculous. Anyway, hilarious Northwestern card that I was hyped about. I also bought on Twitter, first Twitter buy in a while. I bought a 2019 Shohei Ohtani red foil opening day gold cup team color match.
Card fucks.
What do you think I paid for that, Max?
Oh, I think it was listed for like $35.
Yeah, 35 shipped.
Did he pay 20?
I took full. I took for full.
Respect. We love someone who respects and takes for full.
Yeah, because the comps were like 42, 45, 51. It's like those are all auctions. I was like, all right, 35 shipped. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I also bought a Jeremy Affeldt, the greatest relief pitcher in the history of the Giants, underrated as hell. I bought his Royals game used cleat, which I'll show up to the camera here. Game used cleat with the logo, part of the logo of whatever shoe he is wearing. On the Royals. I bought that for $5 shipped. That's what it's about, Max. Dank to dollar ratio off the charts on a game used shoe for a pitcher reliever.
That's our favorite metric that we use in this podcast, the dank to dollar ratio.
I know. I need to commission a T-shirt from our friend Charles.
You do.
Did you sell anything on eBay, Max?
I can go. I definitely. I'm kind of built different, so I do sell things all the time. Whether they're interesting things or not, that is the question.
Something I've been doing, Max, when I make the clips is I scroll your sold ones when I'm making the clips. So I actually end up seeing almost every card you sell nowadays, like literally every single one, because I'm literally scrolling Max Seller sold cards.
That's funny.
I enjoy it every time.
Okay, so I shipped out 5 cards, I think, today. I have to ship a 2016 Topps Heritage Anthony Rizzo action image variation. What do you think it sold for?
$3, $1 shipping.
$7.75. Panini Contenders legendary Detlef Schrempf auto at a $199.
$20.
1984.
Let's go. Dude, Detlef Schrempf's a legend of Parks and Rec.
John Means Agua Wave. Excuse me. John Means Agua Wave at a $199, 2022 Topps Chrome.
Is that a gold cup?
It's not. John Means Gold Cup is 2019.
Damn.
Because I think it's 2019 rookie and Gold Cup, I think. I don't know.
$4.
3.
Wow, I'm on it. I know my market for low end.
Darren Baker first Bowman auto.
Oh, 15.
$14.99.
Let's go. What?
And the last one, premier level Cole Anthony Gold Wave T-Mall rookie.
13.
1984.
Damn. Well,
dude, you hit some of those on the nose.
Dude, the 15 on the Darren Baker auto is nuts.
The only one you kind of missed was like the Anthony Rizzo, and that like again, I'd like to think I sell strong. I got 7. I think I bought 2 of those at the East Coast National last year, like 16 months ago or like 15 months ago. And like I own 2, and like the second one finally sold, and I think I bought them for like a quarter each. So like I made a full burrito on that. So low Max department. But I also, just some fun other ones. I sold the Josh Jung red refractor that I bought from last Dallas, and I sold that.
What's the total flip numbers on that one?
I bought that for $450. I sold it for $1,000.
That's a lot of burritos.
So I probably made like $400, I guess.
That's like 40 burritos.
Keto. I like this game. Keto Marte Platinum Chrome Anniversary Red Atomic out of 100 from 2021.
Who's the player?
Keto Marte.
Oh god. People
He's a,
like those parallels though. So I'm
he's
gonna
a
guess like
card.
850.
10.
Let's go.
Patrick Sandoval Contenders 2020 rookie auto. Unlicensed, obviously.
Yeah. Also like of 375.
$5. It was like binned when I put it up. Oh, this is actually a random one. This is of a player like you know who Edgardo Alfonso is?
On the Giants? Or on
Uh,
the Reds?
this is a Mets card. Yeah,
Yeah.
Edgar. Did he play for the Reds or the Giants? Um, yes, he played for the Giants.
Yeah. Dude, this guy's a legend.
Dude, I had no idea who he was.
What was the card?
2015 Topps Archives fan favorites Edgardo Alfonso silver auto out of 199.
Oh, I saw this one. You sold it for 19.99.
I sold it for $40.
40 bucks.
Yeah. It was like I'm like, man, like am I being aggressive on this? It was binned. Like quick.
Why what how did you like did you see no comps and you were like 40 bucks?
I think I saw like the lowest list. There were like two listed, and like the lowest base auto was like 50. And I think like one of them did like 25. And I
Dude,
don't I
he's
don't
a
think he has any
legend.
autos, obviously.
Yeah, that
Um,
might be his like only auto.
but it was immediately banned. It was
That's
like a
great.
2015 card.
Yeah, that's random as hell.
Yeah. So I don't know. So those are some of my sales. I'm like kind of holding some like iconic vintage cards right now. Like I have a 52 a 54 Hank Aaron that looks okay. Speaking of vintage cards, I have a Stephen Curry Gold Contenders auto out of 10. I have two Mickey Mantle 1956s. I have a
Jason Dominguez, Atomic.
I have a Clemente. I have a Clemente rookie. I forgot what the grade was. I think it was an SGC4, but that's cool.
Yeah. Those are all right. Decent
Yeah.
cards.
But like I don't know, like vintage is just so much fun. Like I don't want to sound ungrateful, but you do build a callus to it.
I feel like you enjoy owning the vintage cards.
Yeah, I do. They're so much cooler than the regular ones. Like the making $100 in that flip is more satisfying than like most like a Josh Jung, like $1,000 flip. Because like it's a Josh Jung red. It's like with all due respect, it's Josh Jung. Like, come on.
Is
It's
Josh
like
Young not good?
I mean he's Josh Jung, but he's Josh Jung.
Well, I think with that, Max, I think we got to let the people go here.
Yeah.
Do you have any parting words for everybody?
If you don't win, you don't win.